In a further step, we extrapolate this to the telephone number. There, the logic is that the CEO usually has a 01 at the last position, and from there the numbers are distributed across the departments. So try the numbers at the end through if you don't find them immediately and see how many people you can reach this way. The next hurdle is the assistant. If the assistant doesn't like you, she won't pass you on. Therefore, rule number 1, always address her by her last name and always remember the conversation with the assistant. Some give out valuable information that you can use on the next call, so keep on chatting with them if they are in chatter mood. To get through to the assistant, my advice is this. Let's say you are looking for Mr. Max Musterman. Then call and say, "Good afternoon, Ms. Schneider, I'm looking for Max." Build a short pause here and raise your voice a little, then add, "I'm looking for Max Musterman. Is he in right now?" In this way it sounds as if you know Max personally and you are now looking for your old buddy. There are two options: she tries to put you through directly, or the more experienced assistants ask what it's about. Think about how you can say what it's about without sounding like you're selling, but that if she tells Mr. Musterman what the call is about, that he gets interested in it. Once you are through and talk to the CEO of the company, the first thing should be asking if he or she is available now. If they say no, you'll at least know how much time is available in their schedule before talking about your product or service. Usually they are busy when they are not interested. Otherwise they take their time. But often they really don't have time. So you have two strategies that you can use depending on the mood. Either, if the person seems really stressed, explain that it is also difficult to reach you, that you would otherwise set up a call via email, when he or she would be available and what the email would be again. If this move seems too pushy, you can simply ask when you can call back. Then you can tell the assistant that you have made an appointment for this hour and try again. Or thirdly, the person has time and listens to you. Now it's time to prepare the right sales script. When you go through your script, it should succinctly introduce who the person is on the phone with and the company you are calling from. You should have the product explained within 20 seconds and the USPs of why this is something incredibly exciting. If you can, give numbers, because rational people like to use numbers to decide if it's worth their while. If you're more in an emotional industry, list the good reasons why it's worth looking at. I wouldn't push too hard for a sale, but your goal should be to be able to send the person an information on pager via email or to have a Zoom call to introduce them to the topic in detail. Enter the email in the CRM immediately after the conversation and send the one-pager the same day. Be sure to end your conversation with what's next. Do you want them to research your company more on their own? Do you want them to set up a follow-up call so you can explain more about everything? You never know what might come out of that last question. So ask actively if the person needs any more information and if the person wishes a personal call.